from Chinese school, Tamil school, Orang Asli school, and also children with learning disabilities but with high functions together under one roof, and we'll do an interesting, attractive STEM activities.
We had the Midas Touch in 2013, so we thought we want to replicate it in a much more national level in Putrajaya province, because initial it was only done in one province of Perak. Yeah, and was collaborated with our ex-university, University Technology Petronas.
Ada alumni.
Yeah.
And what is the purpose of this project?
Okay, the purpose of this project or event is basically we want to introduce or inculcate unity because we are living in a multicultural country, but we can see that we're not very diverse in a way that of course, I understand we still have vernacular schools. In fact, like my son, when they were in the public school before, a few years back, their schools is Malay schools, but next to their schools was Chinese school and Tamil schools. They are all in the same street, but they don't mix up. They don't mix up. They don't meet during lunch. They don't meet even during when the parents pick up. They don't have a chance to, because they have to be in the school compound. So I was thinking that they have the opportunity. They just neighboring. They're neighboring to each other. So why not, if I could have them together in UTP, that's our previous university, and we do some activities together, which I force them to mix. I take a little bit of Malay kids, Chinese kids, Tamil kids, as well as Orang Asli, because it was the idea sparked when my son was 8 years old. At that time, he asked me, "Mom, I learned in the Bahasa Melayu book there's ethnic called Orang Asli. Can I meet them?" So that's okay. Alright, I have to take the Orang Asli to us because it's hard to go to their place. So I take about 30 of them to UTP, and together with this Chinese, Indian and Malay, we mix them. And at first they were so stiff. They were so stiff, but we had a good ice-breaking activities, and towards the end and the second sessions, we can see that they hold hands together and they can do things together. So the idea is, to answer your question, is we want to improve or introduce the unity, multicultural, and we have to start from young. Because it's like the peribahasa, you have to start from the womb. You cannot fix the bulu.
Yeah.
To add further is that this program is being emphasized on education is free for all. We want to emphasize that even if you are from the family of higher income or moderate or even B40. So we are in line with the government's aspiration that everyone should be given an equal opportunity. Hence, STEM would be a pivotal part where it can inculcate and bring those students from even rural areas, public or modern areas, to make sure that they achieve what their dreams through where we can play a role in between to bridge their gaps.
That includes the children with learning disabilities. Because we want to change the mindset of like today's people. When they see kids with learning disabilities, they give that weird look. So we don't want that. We want them to experience, okay, this Down syndrome kids, autistic kids, and how they should be given equal chance to learn STEM as well. And this is also in line with the UNESCO theme, education for all.
Just give them the same benefit and the same advantage, basically. Yeah. Okay. So I'm talking about unity. What do you think about Malaysia's progress in enforcing peace and unity among fellow Malaysians?
Malaysians' effort to promote unity. At the moment, as we know, we are in the new Malaysia era. We are coming out from the part where we are seeing ourselves more as loyalists to the country, more instead of what this race can have contributed to the country or what that race will be doing for the country. Instead, we as a holistic community want to see the country develop to a different level of heights. So the unity is already in the mentality of these Malaysians, and it's being aspired by the current government plans, where we want to develop the youths and also the youngsters to come up systematically, accordingly, and get their desired dreams, not only to be specified occupation. So this unity of mixed could bring up better positivity to the country's growth.
So would you say we're doing all right now?
I would say we are progressing on the right path at the moment.
All right.
We should
amazing.
look at our neighbouring country. The best is to refer to Australia. So you know Australia, they are all, well, they come from different countries.
Correct.
The original people are the Aboriginals, but the other peoples who make up Australia, who bring up the Australians, are the peoples from England, from South Africa.
Exactly,
So
yeah.
I think we should learn from the successful country.
Alright. So now Malaysia is not the only country that is multiracial. Others have even put aside their differences to bring peace into the nation. What kind of mindset do you think the younger generations would need so that they too can live peacefully together?
I think for me is we should be open-minded because we can see now there's still people who, like, for example, Malay, who don't really understand the Chinese culture, who are not sensitive enough with the Chinese culture, with the Indian culture. So we should be open-minded. Like, things when we think that we can go together, do it together. It's not wrong visiting other your friends, non-Malay, non-Muslim friends on their celebrations, events. It's okay. It's okay. That where you're going to learn. You're going to learn their cultures. That's what we need to emphasize of having together. Like myself, if during Chinese New Year, I was when I got invited to their party, I'll do the Yisang. It's not a problem. I don't think there's a problem, any religious issues of doing the Yisang, because it's everything is halal, everything is seafood, and at least you learn their culture, why they have the Yisang, everything you can.
And it
Okay,
also
to be
starts
sure.
all from home, from
Yeah.
parents, because children, they don't really know anything. They just take in
yes.
whatever is implemented to themselves.
So or maybe we have a younger generation here, Nur Shafira. She's from my company. She's a trainer of Ninja Academy. So she's doing the workshops at the schools.
As a trainer, what do you do? As a trainer, what do you do?
As for on that day, I will be doing like teaching the kids about the coding, since the programming is one of the important thing in our world, especially like our Malaysia is focusing more in information technology. So why not we teach them about the coding, like especially like this program is involving like Malay, Chinese, Indian, and orang asli.
Yes.
So why not like we expose them about the information technology knowledge.
Amazing. All right, so now what do you aim to achieve from this program?
Yeah, it's unity and multicultural, but through STEM.
And how long is this program going to be going on for?
Okay, these programs will be half a day event, but there will be workshops where the main idea is for them to mix. But after they mix, what are we going to do? So that's where the STEM comes in. So we're going to do STEM activities. So there will be 2 STEM workshops, which every one of them, they will be working in a group, multicultural. So there'll be 1 Malay kid, 1 Chinese kid, Indian kid, orang asli, and also kids with learning disabilities together. So we have 2 workshops. The first workshop is the coding workshops, where Shafira and a few others, my other trainers, will introduce them with animation programming. And the other one is science experiment, a hands-on science experiment. This is what we want to show to people, to the teachers, that if they want to learn science, it's better if they have it hands-on rather than just through the book and try to memorize things. So that's not right. So we're going to do science experiment. They're going to do slime, making slimes. That's very popular today.
Yes,
Slime,
it's
and
a
also making perfume. It's non-alcoholic perfumes. And these activities will be conducted by my fellow friends from University of Science Islam Malaysia, Dr. Zamir. So what we want to achieve is they work together, hand in hand, through STEM activities. And in the end, they will get the value of unity. How fun is it to work with friends from different backgrounds?
To add further, this project we actually plan it to reach in a way that they should see the hands-on and also something like technique vocational skills is going to be very much vital in the coming days. This is, we want to get rid of the old saying or the mental block that only through good academic results you can be a successful person. But instead we are trying to indulge that coming up with skills, coming up with certification, coming out learning interest in certain passion, there's still a long way to go in this country and it's being accepted. So we want to cultivate that every student with their own strength, as we know different students have different strength, so these strengths can be used as a building block for them to achieve their dreams, not only by attending 8 to 5 schools, but instead these skills would be a helping hand not only in their education but also in their career and before they proceed into their business industry.
Fantastic. And what's next for you guys? Is this going to be like a yearly thing, or is it going to go throughout the whole year?
That's what we've been thinking. This is actually, we haven't achieved the national level yet because this event only involved 2 states, Wilayah Persekutuan Putrajaya, the federal of Putrajaya, and also Selangor. So if you want to go for the national level, we need to involve at least 3 states with 1 host state. So there will be 4 states. That could be in future. So let's see what's the how's the audience feels when they see the program, when they involve in the program, their feedbacks, because our VIP is Professor Datuk Dr. Noraini Idris. She's the chairperson of the National STEM Movement. So if we could get her buy-in to have more similar events like this in the future with her support, that would be great and wonderful. And also to add on how we inculcate unity in the workshop. So you can see like, how is it? It's science experience, it's coding, and it's unity. How do we link all this together? So basically in, like, for example, in the coding program, we're going to have some mini project. So they're going to make animations, but their animation has to have a unity, some unity, what do you call it?
Elements.
Elements or values in there.
Okay.
So maybe they could make some kind of like characters, but these characters with different colors, different people, different backgrounds. So we'll do a mini project with like small competitions among them.
And I've been eyeing on that thing. Can you just explain to me what that is?
Okay. All right. We have few interesting products from Ninja Academy. We're not just giving training or workshops for kids, for schools, but we also innovate. This is part of our products that we hope to commercialize and have it at schools later as part of the teaching aid, to complement the current teaching aid that the teachers are having. So one of them that has been, we won quite a number of competitions, gold medal, is Empathy app. So this is a mobile apps where soon we hope that we're going to have it in the Google Store. Every schools can download it, and this is where we're going to turn screen time from entertainment to educations. So from like kids they are so they
Hooked on.
yeah with tabs, phones today. So why don't we make a game that actually when they are playing, they learn something. So this is one of our product, our innovations, and award-winning products. We create a mobile apps that teach the kids virtue or values. So there are few values, but this is in Malay because we are targeting to have it in the public schools. So we are teaching them 3 values. What are the values? Nilai murni, kasih sayang, right? Hormat menghormati, and tanggungjawab or something. So jujur, berlaku jujur. So there's a few, and then what they're going to have is they're going to have a book. It's actually, we forgot to bring the books, so they have a book with pictures, but it's a still pictures, but with apps you can see that the pictures pop up and there's animations coming up. This is called augmented reality. So if you can demo, okay, I'll hold it. So assume that this is the book where the kids gonna have, and the kids just.
Wah, menarik juga buku ini.
So tak nampak saya.
That's so cool.
So you can see that it's yeah. So
It
the
comes to
the
life.
still characters is moving with a drama, and then this drama asks the player to think, okay, what I need to do when I see, for example, these kids saw see the dad is holding books, and should I continue reading or should I put away the book and help the dad? So there will be 2 buttons pop up, smiley, because we know we are targeting kids of a younger age of 3, 4, 5. They cannot read, so they just click
on it.
which one. And then another one is this one that maybe being so attractive to you just now. So this is for kids for cerebral palsy, since that because we are trying to introduce inclusive education. So it's education for all, not just for the typical kids. So we also trying to help the kids with learning disabilities. So one of our respondents are cerebral palsy kids. Those kids have a problem with motor problems, auditory problems, and some of them they cannot talk. So that's part of her research actually. Yeah. So we create those cerebral palsy kids or CP kids, I will refer as CP kids, who have a problem to communicate with their carer. So we create, because they can see, they have good eyes, and they can touch. So we create with pictures, and this can be personalized, and they can click on it if they want to talk with their carer. For example,
if the kids want to eat at the time, so the kids can click on this picture that represent food like this.
Saya mahu makan.
We do it in Malay because we are targeting. We are doing it in Malay because we are targeting the public school. We want to use it as a teaching at the public school. So if the kids thinks that, if the kids feels that they need a change, because most of them they are on diapers, they can just change.
Saya mahu ke tandas.
That means that they want to change. They want to change, or they want to drink.
Saya mahu minum.
And these pictures is the parents have a parent access. So we have a different mode. They can personalize, putting their favorite pictures or whatever the kids' favorite pictures, even toys, the kids' favorite toys. And then the sound also they can record. The parents can record the sound.
Amazing. That is such a clever idea.
And why we have this? Why do we have these? Because from our research, these CP kids, they cannot control their hands movement. So when they touch, they tend to touch to another button. So there will be like few buttons activated at one time. So we make a boundary like this. Maybe for commercial purpose later, we should make in a 3D print better than this. This is just a prototype.
Amazing.
Okay.
All right. So now, last but not least, before we end our interview for today, what is your wish on this Malaysia Day? Each one of you can start with
What's the
your wish for Malaysia Day.
Malaysia Day? We would like to see Malaysia develop into a comeback as a developed country, performing among the best, as known as the Asian Tiger. So, how come it relates to Malaysia Day is that we need the whole community of Malaysia united as one, stand behind the country, achieve the unachievable, and bring back our dream and glories again to be materialized, so that our upcoming generation will be something so proud of where we are at the moment.
Awesome. And Doctor?
Okay. I wish for our fellow Malaysians, young and old, for all generations, rich and poor, whoever we are, we stand up together, and we should end all those violence, bullying, harassments, the things like what's happening at office, like political issues. You know, you depress boss, depress the subordinates. We should end all this. We should work happily together. We should go to school with fun, make the school a fun place, make the teachers happy, don't stress the teachers, introduce a good curriculum with hands-on activities so that the kids will love to go to the school. Okay, and don't take the childhood away. Yeah, That's my wish. for the
Amazing.
Malaysia
And
Day.
what about you, Shafira? Do you have anything to add on?
As a younger generation like me, I wish like our nation could be a better environment for us to build our nation. Like because as a younger generation, we are known to be the future leader of Malaysia. That's why as a younger generation, we have to take initiative to build our own nation. Like in every field, especially in information technology, in engineering, and every field in Malaysia.
Beautiful. All right. Thank you so much, Kanagesh, Dr. and Shafira, for joining me on Talking Points. That concludes our interview, and it's been a great talk with you guys.
Thank you, Sasha.
Thank you.
Sasha, for inviting us.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
All right.
Great.
And now we're taking a short break, and we'll be right back after this.